All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom to the elect, those that are fighting to endure to the end that are calling on the true name of the Father in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and truly believe, all right? Shalom, okay? And today I want to talk about the best stock to invest and the worst to avoid, okay? I want to talk about the best stock to invest in and the worst stock to avoid, okay? And what is a stock? A stock is just a piece of a corporation or a company that you invest in and that you hold the rights to, okay? You own it because why? You're investing in it. You're putting your time, your money into it, all right? So there's only one stock that the dividends are going to just take off, man. That's the best stock, and there is only one stock that you should be worried about investing in. On the other hand, there's a stock that's getting ready to crash that you should be avoiding at all costs necessary, all right? And that's what we want to talk about today. The stock should be invested in, okay? Because if you know anything about the stock, you want to buy what? You don't want to buy in supply. No, you want to buy in demand, okay? So you want to buy low and sell high, all right? So in contrast, you don't want to sell in demand. No, you want to sell in supply, all right? So you sell in supply and you buy in demand, okay? And right now, we're pretty much on the ground floor of that demand, okay? Because sooner or later, this stock that we're going to be investing in is going to take off. And when it takes off, it's never going to come back down again, all right? It's never going to be able to come back down again, all right? But that stock that you think is flourishing right now, that's actually getting ready to drop and crash, that's what most of the people are invested in, okay? They got their game ass backwards, man. They're buying and supplying and selling in demand, okay? When it's supposed to be the other way around. They're supposed to buy in demand and sell in supply, all right? So that's what we want to talk about today. We want to talk about the best stock to invest in and the worst stock, the singular most worst stock to avoid at all costs necessary, all right? So let's open up in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. Because there's really only two stocks that you should be even worrying about, okay? All the other stocks are just like penny stocks. They're not going to yield anything anyways, okay? So there's only two stocks that you have to be aware of, okay? That stock that you should buy and that stock that you should sell, okay? And right now, all the indicators are telling you to what? Sell, 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 man. And the other indicators are telling you to what? Buy, 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 all right? So depending on what side of the spectrum you on, depending on what you should do, okay? If you low in demand, you should buy. If you high in supply, you should sell, okay? But a lot of our people, they won't get it, man, because they don't see that stock crashing at all, okay? So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, and we're going to start from the top. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, and chapter 6 and verse 1. It reads, "And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew," verse 2, "before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundation of paradise were laid," verse 3, 2nd Ezra 6 and 3, "before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot," verse 5, "and ere the present years was sought out." So everything was already pre-planned before anything was ever sought out, okay? And that's why whether you buy or sell, that's going to already be determined before you even come into this truth, man. It's already determined whether or not you're going to be buying on the right side and selling on the wrong side. You see? So everything is already planned out. Uh, this is just a warning, a indicator, an enhancer to tell you that, hey, you in the right, you in the right position, you in the right, area, you in the right area of demand to buy, okay? And in the wrong areas in the wrong area of supply to sell, okay? This is all we're doing. We just telling our people that what? Invest in the right stock, okay? Because if you invest in the wrong stock, it's going to cost you, okay? So verse 6 says, then, 2nd Ezra 6:6, it says, then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Right, so Yahweh was going to end, this run, because this stock has been running, man. This stock that's getting ready to crash, it's been running, okay? It done reached the overhead supply, and now it's getting ready to come to an end, man. And our people don't know that. Our people don't see that because why? They don't know how to read charts, okay? The charts are saying that what? This stock is getting ready to crash. All the indicators are pointing to a severe drop, okay? And once this stock drops, it's never going to return again, all right? So let's read that. It says, verse 6, by me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Right. Because what does it tell us in Daniel 4:17? Okay, we're going to get that, And also it says that what? It says that the Most High, he set up down one and put up another. Okay. So verse 7, 2nd Ezra 6:7 says, then answered I and said, well, you know what? Let me go to Daniel 4:17, while it's fresh on the mind. And then we'll pick back up at 2nd Ezra 6. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4. Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. It reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the world of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man. Right. And give it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man. So you see, the Most High is allowing this man's stock to steady increase, okay? Because who is the basis of man? Esau, Edom. And for the longest, his stock has been steady climbing and climbing, okay? But now the Most High is getting ready to push that end button, that sell button, and his stock's gonna come crashing down, man. And if you on the wrong side of that sell button, you're going to come down with it too, man. All right, so the Most High is getting ready to end this man's run, okay? Now let's go back to 2nd Ezra 6 and pick up at verse 7. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 7. It says what? It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Right. So Ezra is asking and he's inquiring, well, how would I know that, this is the end time of this man's rulership, that his stock is getting ready to crash, okay? And how will I know that the stock that I'm investing in is getting ready to take off? All right. And let's hear what the angel says. It says, then answered I and said, 2 Ezra 6 and 7, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the verse and the beginning of it that followeth? Right, because this is the last captivity we're going to go into, okay? That's why this is the worst time to be buying and supply, man. This is the worst time in history to actually be buying and supply, okay? Verse 8, it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Right, and we're going to go into that account and read it in Genesis. It says, verse 9, for Esau, and Esau is the so-called white man, the Caucasian race. It says, for Esau is the end of the world. Is it talking about the end of the world where the earth is never going to be? No. The end of the world is speaking of the heathens. This is the end of the rule of the heathens ever ruling over us again. It says for Esau, and Esau, like I said, is a so-called white man, so he would be the last heathen and ruler and rulership and power when Yahushua comes back. So it says for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right. So Jacob is going to be that stock that you want to invest in, you see? And right now, the demand is low, okay? It tells us that what? For many are called, but few are chosen, you see? So here we are out here professing and telling you that this is the best time in history to get in. Because when you invest in stock, you want to invest when the company is just getting ready to take off. When they're sending their newsletters out and recruiting investors and telling them that, hey, this company is just on the upside. There's nothing potential on from here on out. That's what we're doing as servants of the Most High. We're telling our people that, hey, this stock, this company, this corporation, this truth is getting ready to take off in ways that you can never imagine, And now is the best time to invest in it, okay? Before it, takes off and then you try to get on board and it's going to be too late, all right? So we telling our people right now that, hey, get yourselves right, repent, get your affairs, get your house in order, while the stock is still low, okay? While you can still get on and get part of it, so get everything right, all right? But it says what? Our people, they're not going to get it. So it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right. So Jacob is that good stock, and Esau is that stock that you should avoid investing in. It's the worst stock going right now. Okay. It's getting ready to sell off. Okay. And it's never going to rise again. Once this stock starts to plummet and fall, that's it, man. It's only two stocks, Jacob and Esau. If you invest in Esau, it's a wrap for you. You're through. But if you invest in Jacob, that stock is going to take off, man. Sky's the limit, okay? Sky's the limit, all right? So that's why we telling our people, man, invest wisely. Invest in the stock that you know that's going to pay dividends, man. And that's this truth, okay? So let's go there. Let's get that account in Genesis. This is the book of Genesis. (25) and verse 23. Genesis 25 and 23. And it reads, and Yahweh said unto her, Rebekah, Isaac's wife. It says, Genesis 25 and 23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. So two stocks, okay? You got the stock of Esau, the wicked, and then you got the stock of Jacob, the righteous, okay? And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right. So this is where we come in. This is where we come into place. At 2 Ezra 6, okay? When we read Esau is the end of the world, And Jacob is it and Jacob is it that followeth after. Why? Because Jacob is going to be pulling down Esau's hill. And we're going to go into that account right here in Genesis, you see? So through this truth, hey, Esau's stock is falling and it's getting ready to crash, okay? So Esau and Jacob, they were twins, all right? They were what you would call paternal twins. They weren't identical, meaning they looked alike. No, they were just, being born at the same time. But Esau came out first, okay? Red all over, showing you that what? His body was lacking melanin, okay? His body was not melanated from the head to the toe. His hair, his eyes, his fingernails, his toes, his pigmentation, everything was translucent. You could see through it, okay? So let's go there and pick up at verse 24, Genesis 25 and 24. And it reads, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Right, and they weren't identical twins, you see? They were paternal twins, all right? They didn't look alike. They was just born at the same time, all right? So it says, verse 25, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau, right? And he is the progenitor of the what? The so-called white race, the Caucasians, okay? This is the progenitor. This is where their heritage began with a name by the name of Esau, okay? It says, verse 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. So his brother, whose name is Jacob, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, our forefather, Jacob, his hand took hold on Esau, and what did it do? Let's read it. It says, verse 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried him. So Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah had these twins, all right? And that's what we get. The Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is it. Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, right? So Jacob's hand took hold of Esau's heel, and it pulled them down, okay? And that's what we're doing to this truth, okay? We're tearing down these lies that was put up by this so-called white man, all right? We're tearing his lies, his stumbling blocks down, all right? His stock is getting ready to crash. It's already showing signs and indicators of that happening already, all right? So let's go to the book of 2 Peter. Because in investing in this stock, you want to see dividends, okay? You want to see returns on your investments, man. And when we invest in this stock, this company, this corporation, this truth, we're going to get dividends out the wazoo, man. So much that you can't even fathom, okay? So this is 2 Peter's 2 Peter 3 and with verse 13. 2 Peter 3 and 13. It reads, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So you see, we looking forward to the promises, man, and that's all you're going to get is promises, man. With this truth, there's no more wavering, thinking about, hey, are we going to get the kingdom, or somebody else going to come up behind us and try to know? The truth is, when Yahushua comes back and take the crowns of these other nations, that's it, man. The kingdom is ours. Daniel 7 and 18, okay? The saints shall take the kingdom. All right. The kingdom is going to be ours, never to be relinquished over to the hands of another heathen again, man. So this stock that we are investing in is going to pay out tremendously, okay? This stock is going to reward you and pay you out in dividends beyond your beliefs, man. You see? And Jake, you know, he know how to flip, man. You see, he can flip a nick to a dime to a quarter to an ounce, but he can't flip this truth, man. You see, he can't invest in his truth because why? It doesn't sit right with him, all right? He want to continue to buy and supply in Esau, Edom's kingdom, okay? And he want to continue to sell and demand, you know? The time that he should be buying and demand, which is this truth, he's selling, okay? He's just tossing it and putting it away like it's nothing, like he's going to have all the time in the world to come back to that stock. And next thing you know, that stock's going to take off and it's going to be too costly to invest in. You see, right now, you pretty much getting this stock that's going to reach pinnacles that you could never imagine for pennies, man. Okay? This stock is not even costing anything, all right? Let's get that in Proverbs 23. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, and verse 23. It reads, Proverbs 23 and 23, buy the truth and sell it not. So you see, you're supposed to buy this truth at all costs, man. Whatever you got, time, energy, whatever it is, you're supposed to buy this, okay? And what does it say? Sell it not. Don't let any man take this truth from you, man. Don't be tossed to and fro by every sound of doctrine, okay? Because you can easily fall out and have that once profitable stock taken from up out of your hands, okay? And it can be given to somebody else. And we're going to get that in Matthew 25. But right, you're supposed to buy the truth and sell it not, okay? This truth, despite what the scoffers and naysayers say, is going to pay off, and it's going to pay off tremendously, okay? It's going to pay off tremendously in the long run, okay? So right now is the time to get in on the ground floor while the cost of this truth is free, all right? So let's read that again. Proverbs 23 and 23. It says, buy the truth and sell it not. What else? Also wisdom and instructions and understanding. So there's a lot to be, you know, there's a lot to be invested in, okay? This truth, it tells us in Isaiah 33 and 6 that what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, okay? And how are you going to get it? Right now, while the getting is good, man. While you can get it and you can afford it. Because why? Jake always wants something for free. Well, it's truth. You don't get no more freer than that. And on the flip side, it's going to pay off, man. You see? It's going to pay off like you can't believe, all right? It's going to show its dividends in the long run, okay? Right now, Esau, Edom, so-called white man stock look like it's doing good, like it got another 50,000 points to move forward. Nah, but this thing about to crash, man. And when it crash, it's going to crash all the way down, man. Underground, okay? Because that's where he's going to hide at, okay? Jeremiah 16 and 16 tell you that. That what? The Most High is going to send angels to go dig this man out, man. His stock's going to crash so hard that he's going to have to take hide underneath in bunkers and in space stations and areas that you never thought existed. This man has already set forth aside those type of avenues to escape, you see? But he's not going to be able to escape his judgment. Because why? Those elites, those wealthy elites, those bankers, those international bankers, they're going to be the first batch of slaves in the kingdom, man. All right? So this man already knows his fate, okay? He's just trying to get you, the, undecided, to buy into his stock, which is getting ready to, sell off, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is getting ready to hit the sell button on this man's stock, and that's going to be it. All right? On the other hand, he's already, hitting that buy button on the stock, this truth, man. Because why? You seeing the prophets, the servants of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai go out, man. Okay, showing you that that stock is, it's starting to take off already, man. And when Jacob's trouble come, that's when that stock is going to truly pay dividends. Okay, that's when that stock that you laugh, that you scoff, that you mock is going to actually start to pay dividends all the way up into the deliverance of those missiles. Okay, so let's go to Mark. Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 4, and let's start around 14. This is the book of Mark, chapter 4 and 14. It reads, "The sower soweth the word." St. Mark 4 and 14. "The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts." Right. So our people, they hear the good news, they hear the gospel, they hear that you're supposed to buy low and sell high, but what do? They go out and do the opposite. They sell low and buy high, man. You know why? Because they are enamored or they're taken by the ways of this world. Okay. So it says what? Verse 15. "And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan come and meet." And who is Satan? The adversary. Okay. Satan is anyone that opposes what the word says, and we know, as far as a nation of people, that there's none other than the Edomites, the so-called white man. Okay, that is Satan. All right, in the physical appearance. It says, verse 16, "And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness." See? So you have some. So you have some that hear the word and say, "Damn, that's a good investment." You mean to tell me I can get in on this stock for nothing, and the potential could be, out of this world? Hey, you got some that hear them like, that's a good investment. It says what? Verse 17. Well, let me jump back up. St. Mark 4 and 16. "And these are they that likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness." Verse 17. "And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time." Right. Because in order for you to get this stock and the dividends to pay off, you have to actually endure all the way into the end. You see, you can hear it and think to yourself, that sounds like a good deal. But if you don't see it all the way through, the deal is off the table. You don't get it. Okay, you have to endure all the way into the end. In order for you to get the payout, the payoff, you have to actually endure all the way into the end. So it says, verse 17, St. Mark 4:17, "And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended." Right. So the first sign of, hardship or things not going how they expected, they'll just forsake the whole truth, man. They'll say, "To hell with that, man. I'm going to go back into that supply and continue to buy it." They would rather go back into the overhead of supply and continue to buy, you see? Instead of waiting, man, because you have to be patient in this thing, okay? You have to be patient and wait for the demand to take off, okay? It's going to take off. Jacob's trouble is going to be that first impulse move, man. You see? And there will be no corrections from that point out. Once Jacob's trouble comes and that impulse move happens, it's only going to continue to impulse all the way up into the kingdom, man, into those chariots, okay? So it says what? Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word. Verse 19. And the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches. Right. Because you have those of our people that understand the truth, and they too enamored or too taken by the amenities of this society, the riches of this society. So they don't even think about investing in the truth. It says what? Verse 19, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word and it becometh unfruitful. Right. So this is another group that continues to buy and supply, okay? Not knowing that eventually that supply is going to turn and it's going to start to sell off, man. Okay? That's why Esau stock is the worst stock to invest in, man. Okay? Point blank, period. Verse 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word and receive it. So these are those that hear the word, hear the gospel, hear the good news, hear that you can buy low and sell high, meaning what? You buy this truth and sell it not. Sell that which you had in Esau's world, okay? Buy that which is in the world of the Most High, this truth, okay? So you buy low and you sell high. And now is the best time to be selling everything that you have that's tied to Esau's stock, man. Okay? Because it's only a matter of time, all right? So it says, verse 20, and these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word and receive it and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, some 60, and some 100. You see? So those dividends, they will pay off, okay? And they're going to pay off, all right? It's just a matter of time. You just got to be patient, all right? Our people want instant gratification. Our people want to see results instantaneously. They want to come into the truth and see, judgment happen. No, you got to be patient, man. You got to understand prophecy, okay? If you understood prophecy, you would know exactly what you need to be worrying about, okay? We got the mark of the beast that's on the table. When they implement that micro CHIP, that's going to be the best sign, the best indicator, the best telltale that, hey, we getting ready to take off, man. You see? And then on the other side, you got rumors of wars. You hearing about how Iran may strike Israel, and all these indicators, okay? So the signs are there, all right? You just have to know how to read them, okay? And if you have a teacher, or a preacher, which they both pretty much the same thing, to tell you that, you would know, okay? We have a mediator acting on our behalf, okay? That's telling us exactly what we should be looking out for and doing, okay? That's telling us literally, buy as much demand as you can. Buy as much as this truth as you can while it's still low, while the demand is low, because once it starts to take off and once people actually start to see the benefits of it, it's going to be too late, man. It's going to be too late. The cost of the stock is going to be too rich for you to afford if you're not of the elect, you see? So let's go to Matthew, another example, 25. We'll start at verse 14. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 14. It reads, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods, right? And that's what we have set before us right now, okay? That man, speaking of Yahushua, he left his servants the goods, man. Okay, we out here professing and telling our people, those that wake up and listen, that, hey, this is the best time in history to be buying in demand and selling in what? Supply, all right? Verse 15, and unto one he gave 5 talents, okay? So one of his servants, he gave them 5 talents. It says to another two, and to another one, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Right. So he gave the servants his talents, and then he went off into his business, okay? Because why? We know Yahushua, he sits on the right hand side of the Father, and he's there right now, waiting to return, okay? So while he's gone, we are what? We are commanded to go out and do the work, man. We got to flip this, okay? We got to flip this talent that we was given, man, at all costs necessary. So we got to do more videos. We got to go out more. We got to show that we are appreciative of the talents that the Most High gave us. So it says what? Verse 15, and unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Right, and he went back to the Father, you see? And the Father's getting ready to send him back. All right, that's what we waiting on. Okay, that's why we're out here professing and telling, hey, not to just our people, but to what? Hey, Esau and the other nations, man. You going into slavery, and this is the last of your kingdom, and you going, hey, be eradicated after that. All right. So it says, verse 16. No, 17. No, 16. Salakia. St. Matthew 25 and 16. And it says, then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. So the one that he gave 5 talents went out and traded, did the work, and he made more with the work, with the talents that was given to him. Verse 17, and likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. So this one also went out and was profitable with the talents that he was given. He went out, he did the work, and he received, that which he had got plus some. It says, but he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. So this servant who, got 1 talent, took that 1 talent and he put it off in the earth, man. What? Showing you that what we read in St. Mark 4 and 14 on down, that there's some that hear the word, but the lust of this world, the riches of this world choke it, okay? So this guy who only had to just worry about coming back with 1 more said, nah, hey, our master, he going off, he went off into a far journey. He ain't coming back anytime soon. I'm pretty sure by the time he come back, I'll have that plus some. So you see, that was the mindset of this servant, man. Hey, I'm gonna go put that off, come back later on, flip it, and then give it to the master when he come back. I'm gonna be fine. But we're gonna see what happens. It says, verse 18, St. Matthew 25 and verse 18. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money, man. So the Lord gave us a strict command to go out to the highways and hedges and bid those that, as many would receive this truth, to the marriage, okay? And here it is, this servant supposed to be flipping it. He went and buried it, man. He's supposed to go out and flip this truth, and he buried it, man. Showing you, hey, we got some that's going to continue to invest in that worst stock ever, all right? So verse 19 says what? After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. Right, so Yahushua is getting ready to come back, okay? And in doing so, he want to know, what did you do with the talents that he gave you, okay? And every man, you have to answer. You have to have an answer for that, okay? So Yahushua, he's getting ready to come back, and that's what we're telling our people, that what? Hey, get your affairs in order, man. Yahushua is going to want to see what you receive, what did you do with it, okay? Did you go out and flip that and come back with more, or did you just stay stagnant and slothful and bury it under the ground, thinking that I wouldn't ask what you did with it? So it says what? Verse 20, and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. So, hey, this servant, he actually flipped those 5 talents and brought back 5 more talents. It says 21, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Right. So just by him going out and flipping those 5 talents, showing you that he had to have faith, Yahweh Shai is going to make him Lord or a ruler over many. Okay? It's all about faith, man. Yahweh Shai want to see what you're going to do with that faith that he gave you. Okay? So it goes on to say, verse 22, he also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents besides them. So this servant went and flipped and came back with 100% more than what he was sent out with. Yahweh Shai sent him out with 2 talents and he came back with 2 more talents. All right? Verse 23, his Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. So this servant had 2, came back with 2 more. Yahweh Shai said that what? I will make you ruler over many. Now let's get down to the last one, who was only given 1 talent. All he had to do was flip it and get one, show that he had faith, just a size of a mustard seed. Let's hear what he said. Verse 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. So this servant told, Yahweh Shai that, hey, I knew you're a hard man, you reap, you invest in where you have not sown, and you gather where you have not strawed. Okay? So he understood Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai want to see what you got, man. He want to put that what you was given to work. He want to see what you're going to do with it. It says 25, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. So he's telling Yahweh Shai that what? That same talent that you gave me is put off down there in the earth, man. It's still there. You see, this is a slothful servant. This is one that doesn't have faith. This is one that doesn't want to buy low and sell high. He wants to buy high and sell low, man. Thinking that the Lord will just come back at a later time, right? And that's the mindset of the majority of our people, man. They keep thinking that they can keep putting things off from day to day, man. No, you're not gonna know when Yahweh Shai is going to what? All of a sudden pop up, man. Let's get that in 1 Thessalonians. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians. Chapter 5. In verse 1. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. It reads, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So those of us that are watching understand exactly what's going on, what's getting ready to pop off, man. That's why we out here trying to flip this talent as much as we can, man. You see, those of us that understand exactly what's going on, we know Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back. And in doing so, he's going to catch a lot of people off guard like a thief in the night. And this guy that we're reading about right here in St. Matthew 25 is witnessing that firsthand, man. You see, he's trying to justify him not going out and flipping his talent by saying, hey, he put it underground and it's still there, you know, saying that, hey, I can go and get it right now. It's still there, you know. But no, he knew that Yahweh Shai was what? A hard man, reaping where he soweth not and gathering where he straweth not, okay? Meaning that what? He want to see what he gave you, you know, what you was going to do with it. He want to see what you going to be able to bring back to him, all right? Because you the one that's supposed to be going out there and, you know, preaching the word on his behalf, you know, telling the people to wake up, to repent, and turn back to the Father, giving them the true names and telling these things, okay? So it says, verse 2, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right. That's why we continuously watching, man. All right. That's why we continuously trying to flip this talent that he gave us. So when he comes back and he asks us, what hast thou done? We can have an answer for that. And not only have an answer, but show, okay? So let's go back to St. Matthew 25 and pick up at verse 25. This is St. Matthew 25 and 25. And it reads, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. And what did Yahweh Shai tell us in St. Luke? He said, who has a candle that's been lit in a bushel, put it under the bed? No, you're supposed to put it out for everybody to see. Let's grab that account. St. Luke. Because this talent that you give, you're supposed to go out and profess it amongst everybody, man. All right? You're not supposed to put it under the bed or bury it in the earth, man. You're supposed to go out and flip it, invest it. St. Luke 8. This is St. Luke 8 and verse 16. Red letter speaking, meaning what? That's Yahweh Shai. St. Luke 8 and 16. It reads, no man, when he hath lighted a candle, cover it with a vessel, or put it under a bed, or in the case that we're reading about it, go and bury it in the ground. It says what? But set it on a candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light. You see? So that's why we out here. So those that enter in may see the light. Because it tells us in Isaiah 30 and 20, you will see your teachers, okay? So when you enter in, you're going to see the light, because why? You got men that are actually out there doing what they're preaching, okay? Out there confessing the names, out there telling the people to repent, out there being used as a vessel to wake up the elect, all right? So let's go back to St. Matthew 25. St. Matthew 25 and verse 25. And it reads, and this is the one servant that was given one talent. And it reads, and he says, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. So he put it under the bed. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not straw. Okay? So this servant was wicked and slothful, man. And that's a lot of our people, all right? They slothful. They don't want to get up off their ass and do something about it, man. They can scoff on the internet, make comments, but when you go to their page, they got nothing to show for it, okay? And that's why they're going to have to answer when Yahushua comes back. 26. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and them at my and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. So you knew you weren't going to do anything. You should have at least gave it to somebody that would. So therefore, when he came back, Yahushua, he could have got usury on his money. You know, he could have got a return, a profit on his money. Okay, but you knowing you ain't going to do it, and you knew you were slothful. You know, you what? You hid that talent. Okay, you could have gave it to somebody that could have did something with it. You could, you could have put it up on, internet. You could have did anything. Okay, but you chose to do nothing. All right. It says what? 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which have 10 talents. Right. So that person with 10 talents, they definitely could have flipped that little talent that he had. 29. For unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. Let me read that again. St. Matthew 25 and 29. It reads, for unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that have not shall be taken away, even that which he have. So if whatever you got, hey, you're going to lose it, man. That's why it's better off, to just lose it right now, Just sell whatever you have, man. This man's kingdom is on his way out the door, man. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah is getting ready to hit the sell button, man. And you thinking that you're going to make it in this world, this society, this kingdom, hey, you're going to lose everything anyways, even if you got a little bit, all right? So let's read that in verse 29. For unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that have not shall be taken away, even that which he have. So even in what you got, even if you don't got nothing, he's still going to take it away, man. What do you got to lose? The truth is free. This is at an all-time low. The demand is right to buy. What do you have to lose, man? Nothing. It's just that you don't believe. You don't have faith, okay? That's why you're slothful. That's why you're wicked. That's why you're wicked and slothful. Verse 30. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. Right. So you unprofitable servant, you that can't come back with anything, okay? You that don't even have the original talent that he gave you. Because why? You buried it underground. You buried it under the bed. You unprofitable servant. You was, as they say, caught with your drawers down, man. Because why? Yahushua is coming back as a thief in the night, okay? And either you're going to be a profitable servant or an unprofitable servant, all right? It says, verse 30, and cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, right? And you're going to be left down here to deal with those likewise, okay? When those thermonuclear missiles come, that's going to be your judgment. It says what? There shall be weeping and gnashing of the teeth, right? That's going to be your fate, your outcome, your judgment for not being profitable when you had the opportunity to be profitable. You're going to be cast out into outer darkness, okay? The Most High, through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, is going to tell you that what? I never knew you. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. You that wanted to continue to buy and supply in this man's kingdom, Yahushua is going to cast you down alongside with him, man. And then the thermonuclear missiles are going to come finish you off, okay? That's going to be gnashing of the teeth, all right? So you got to endure all the way into the end. That's why this truth is the best singular stock to invest in, all right? And on the other hand, Esau's kingdom, the so-called white man, that's the worst stock to, invest. That's the stock that you need that's the stock that you need most to avoid from, okay? Because it's getting ready to crash, right? So that's pretty much it on the best and worst stock to invest in and to avoid, all right? So we're going to wrap it up, turn and face the east, and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.